Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and welcome back to episode 3 of Brighton's Let's Play. We are playing exceptionally well, so let's talk about that first. But before we get into any of that, guys, this is a new series, so I would really appreciate it if you guys can actually help me to bring this series to more people to watch by liking this video. I thank you so much in advance for any help that you guys, do for me. All right. Okay, guys. So, any of you that are not very familiar with this page is called Data Hub. All right. So, you can actually find it on the left hand side. And I think it should be in the default Football Manager skin as well. So, on the left hand side, you can see it'll be written as Data Hub. You can click on that and it will show you this. All right. So, this is basically the overview of our team's performance until today. All right, since the start of the season until today. So when we look at the general performance, right, I don't want to get too much into that. We will just look at our general performance for now. Okay, so when we look at the polygon, right, the yellow polygon is actually us, Brighton, and the white one in the middle is the Premier League average. So when we look at the polygon, we can know that we are actually overperforming. Okay, when we compare to the other, most of the majority of the clubs in the Premier League right now, when we look at this goals per game, we are actually scoring 1.6 goals per game that we have played in the Premier League. So, by the way, these are only showing in the Premier League. I'm not sure whether it is basic. I'm exactly not sure whether it is showing the other competition as well or not. But when I look at this, it's written as Premier Division average. So I think it's only showing the Premier League. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment, guys. Okay, so the goals per game that we are scoring is actually very healthy when we compare to the average, right? The average of the Premier League is actually 1.54. So we are slightly better than the other teams when it comes to scoring goals, which is great. And the non-penalty expected goals by us, it is actually 1.78. The XG that normally, it is shown in the match stat of our game whenever we are playing. So this is actually a very, very healthy expected goal, XG that we have as a team. So basically we are creating more chances. We are going forward with the ball better than other teams. All right. So in terms of the conceded goals, per game is also quite healthy. Although we are conceding goals, one per game, which I thought was really bad to be honest. When I was playing the game, we are not keeping a lot of clean sheet. But when I look at the average of the other teams in the Premier League, right, it's 1.54. It is actually making me feel better about the team, to be honest. Okay, so expected goal against per game. So this one is actually showing that the basically the goals the goals that we are going to concede per game. All right, so it's actually quite good as well. So when we look at this, the expected goals that we are going to be conceding it is 1.23, but we are only conceding one goal per game. So our defense and our goalkeeper is actually doing their job. All right, so it's actually very healthy. And even this, I know with the XG, you guys would know that we are actually creating more chances, and it's showing here as well. 12.3 shots per game that we actually have. This is basically inclusion of the off target and the on target, shots that we have in the club. All right, so when we look at this, we have a shot on target. This is the only thing that we are lower than the average of the teams in the Premier League. If you look at this, the average of the Premier League is actually 46% of shots on target, but we only have 44%. So that is what we should be focusing on. I'm really not sure why this is happening because as before I made our tactical changes, right? Okay, in the last episode we were actually playing with a tactic of working the ball into the box. So I'm really not sure why our shots on target ratio is still lower than that. So that is something that I should be improving on as a manager in this Brighton team. Okay, our pass completion is also really good, 88% completion, which is great. And our tackles won are also amazing. So which means our defenders, our midfielder, when they are going into, when they're trying to win the ball back from the opposition, 78% chances that they will win the ball. So which is really great, which is showing that we are actually defensively solid as well. Although we are not keeping a lot of clean sheet, we are still defensively solid. So when I look at this, right, this is something that you guys can look on as well. So to know where your team is not doing well. Okay, so for example, if you're having less for example conceding per goal, that means your defense are in the problem and all. I know you guys will know when you guys are playing the game, you will know which position is actually the weakest in your team. All right, so yeah, that is something that I just wanted to share with you guys. And it is quite nice to see that our teams are that our team is actually doing quite well, compared to the other clubs in the Premier League. Okay, so that could be due to one thing actually. You know, you guys might be thinking, like why is this Brighton team? As you guys know, I know in real life they're doing really well, but the quality of the team in Football Manager is actually not really great. We are an average team in Premier League. One thing that can actually contribute to this very good performance of our team is actually the opposition, the teams that we have played against in the month of October. So as you guys remember, right, in the last episode, we faced Villarreal. We lost 2-1 to them. Okay, so immediately after that, we actually faced Liverpool and we were battered by them. We lost 4-1 to them in the Premier League, and it was one of the worst performances that we had, in this season. If you look at this, that was the biggest defeat that actually we currently have as well. Okay, so after that, right, we have actually played the likes of Leighton Orient in the Carabao Cup, which we totally dominate against, obviously because they are a League One team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are a League One team. All right, so this was a very good performance by our team. Great. Okay, but after that, the month of October has actually been quite easy for us in the Premier League, right? We have played against the likes of Luton City, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, and Burnley. Luton, Bournemouth, and Burnley, they are actually in the relegation battle. So this was supposed to be an easy game for us to win, and we have done that. Our players have actually played the game, according to the expectation. They won the game for us. The only thing I was not happy was, conceding goals against this team. We should be keeping clean sheet. The only clean sheet that we had in the month of October was only against Burnley, which was 2-0. Against Crystal Palace, which is actually our rival in this game, right? Okay, it is basically Crystal Palace are the rival of Premier League, of Brighton in the real life as well. Okay, so we actually drew 1-1 against them, which was also not a bad performance. We have remained unbeaten in the Premier League, so which is quite great, to be honest. And in the Europa League, we have done quite well as well. We won 4-2 against Panathinaikos, and we won 6-3 against Rennes in the Europa League, who we are going to be facing today again. All right. So, with this performance, I know that could be one of the reason why our polygon in the data hub is actually looking really great, because of the team that we have played in the Premier League. So that could be one of the reason. Okay, so yeah, we will look at it again, when we come back for the next episode and see, because in after today, right? Like today, we are going to be facing Arsenal. We will have to face the likes of Manchester United, Aston Villa, Man City, Chelsea, all in the month of November and December. So yeah, maybe when we come back in the next episode, we will be able to see how the polygon have actually changed in the data hub, and we will see how do we fare against the other clubs in the Premier League as well. All right, so this is the game that I really wanted to talk about. We actually got knocked out by Arsenal in the Carabao Cup fourth round, which was seriously very very sad that it actually happened. Okay, so when we look at the match stat over here, right, we played really well, to be honest. We played really well against this Arsenal team. We created a lot of chances. I know we only had 4 shots on target. They had 5 shots on target. But look at the XG. We were creating better chances. We played really well, especially Evan Ferguson. He almost had a hat trick in this game. If you look at this, he scored 2 goals for us. Thomas Partey equalized in the 88th minute. But in the 83rd minute, we actually got a penalty. But Evan Ferguson missed that penalty. Okay. All right. And then he actually had a goal disallowed. Why is it not showed here? Huh? Yeah, he actually had a goal disallowed in the 90th minute due to offside. So if that goal would have been allowed, or maybe if he would have scored that penalty, right, this thing would have been a different thing. And look at the penalty shootout that we actually had against this Arsenal team. We, if I'm not mistaken, we had to take like 13 kicks, until it was decided that Arsenal won. And it was not a good day, to be honest. Getting knocked out by this Arsenal team in the last minute through penalty shootout was not what I was expecting. But fair play to the team. They actually really fought against this very good Arsenal team. As you guys know, Arsenal, they actually have very good players in Football Manager. So I was really proud of what they did against this Arsenal team, and hopefully in the league today, today we are going to be facing Arsenal in the Premier League, right? Hopefully they are going to be able to replicate the same type of performance against them. By the way, guys, if you're looking if you're looking at the graphic, if you're looking at the skin and everything, it looks all different, right? Okay, so if you're wondering how did I get all of these graphic packs, the logo pack, the face pack, and all of that kind of thing, I've actually put in all the links in the description. You can actually have a look at it. And if you're not sure how to install all of it, it's your first time and all, you can actually go to Work the Space. I'm sure if you are a Football Manager fan, you guys know Work the Space. You can go to his channel. He have all the tutorials on how to basically download the packs, install the pack as well, so you can actually go and have a look. I'll put in all the links in the description. You can actually just go on to see all of the packs that I have actually downloaded for my save here. By the way, this skin is actually done by Work the Space as well, which is really really great. What is the thing that I like about it? Okay, so for example, if I click on Brighton, right, this thing will be blue and white, according to the Brighton's color. And when I change it to Arsenal, it will turn into red. And it is really great. It is a very very good job of what Work the Space actually done this season with his skin. And even last Football Manager as well, I've actually used his skin, and it's amazing. It is always a very he always have a very good skin where you can actually see a lot of information, using his skin. If you look at this, in the club info, right, the default Football Manager will not show you all of this. So this is actually a very good pace in change. You can actually get to know more about the clubs, not even your club, other clubs as well. When I click on Arsenal, I can see their last known lineup and all. So basically, it looks like I'm basically promoting his skin. Yeah, I've been using it and it is amazing. Even the trophy packs and everything, I've put them the link in the description. You can actually have a look if you have the time. All right, so by the way, in the Premier League right now, right, we are sitting in the sixth position, which is great. Our board expectation is for us to finish in the top half this season, and we are doing just that. 18 points in 10 games. It is quite good. We are only 7 points behind Manchester City, and I don't think we are going to be. We are the title challengers this season, and I'm not looking to challenge for the title as well. I just want to I just want to rebuild the club, and just go from there. I don't want to dream too high, guys. Okay, so if we can get into the European competition again next season, which is going to be great. I don't care whether it's going to be Europa League, Champions League, or the Conference League. Any of the European competition is going to be great. Okay, and in the Europa League right now, after the two wins against Rennes and Panathinaikos, right, we are sitting in the second position, which is very good because our board expectation is for us to reach the knockout playoff round minimum. So as you guys know, in Europa League, right, when I click on the rules over here, okay, it is not as the same as Champions League. So when I finish, for example, if you finish at the top of your group stage of your groups, right, you will be qualified straight away to the round of 16. But if you finish up in the second position, which I think realistically we will be finishing there because Villarreal, I don't see any scenario where we are going to be able to beat them in the group stages. Okay, so when we finish in the second position, we will be qualified for the knockout playoff round. Okay, and if we finish in the third position, we will be dropped down to the Europa Conference League, and we will have to play a knockout playoff round as well there. Okay, that is the different thing, between Europa League, Conference League, and the Champions League. Champions League doesn't have a knockout playoff round in the Champions League. If you finish in the top two, you will straight away qualify for the round of 16. All right, so that's the difference between Europa League and the you know yeah, and the Champions League. Yeah, what am I talking here? So if we can win against Rennes here today, right, that will actually really set up us, to be finishing in the top two this season and getting into the knockout stages, which is going to be enough according to the board expectation. But I will really try to get at least until the quarter final of the Europa League, because Europa League, as you guys know, there are some teams that are really good, but if we get lucky, right, and if we get drawn out, what against the smaller team and everything, I think we will have a chance to getting all the way to the quarter final this season. Alright, guys, so this is the team that I'm going to be fielding against Arsenal here. It's going to be Jason Till in goal. Our four defenders is going to be Estupinan, Igor, Luis Dang, and Weltman. James Milner and Billy Gilmore will be starting alongside each other as our two defensive midfielder. Ansu Fati, Enkiso, and Solly Marsh will be behind Evan Ferguson as our striker up front. Alright, guys, so we are going to have our first highlight here, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Now, Tomiyasu, with the possession, passing it to Jorginho to Fabio Vieira. Vieira playing it long towards the left-hand side to Zinchenko. Zinchenko playing it back to Kivior. Who's Kivior in Arsenal? I've not heard of this player, to be honest. Now, Ansu Fati, with the possession, can we launch a counter attack? Solimash trying to look for a long ball to Enkiso, but it was intercepted by Kivior, Arsenal's defender. I will have to look at him. You know, who's this guy? To be honest, I've not heard of Kivior in Arsenal's team. Okay, now Enkiso, with the possession, now it was won back by Solimash, but that was an awful shot by Enkiso, straight to David Raya. Easy save by Raya. Okay, so let me just pause the team and let's have a look at Kovior. Did they sign him this season in real life? Oh, last season they actually signed him, but he have not played a lot of game for them. That could be one of the reason why I don't know him. You know, I'm gonna scout him, you know, and see how does he look like actually. Okay, let's just get back into the game. Okay, it's gonna be a throw in here for Tomiyasu to Saka. Okay, Gabriel Jesus, he found a pass to Martinelli, but the flag has been raised there, and I think Jesus was offside there just now. He looked very offside. You know, I think it's gonna be a clear offside call there. Okay, the VR is checking, and the goal has been disallowed. Yep, he was offside. Okay, when we look at this, look at the replay. Yeah, he was very offside there. And in front of the linesman as well. You know, it was an easy call for the linesman. I'm gonna encourage the team here. You know, I think the performance by our team, you know, against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup was better. You know, there was actually some goals to, you know, that we actually scored there and all. And now Billy Gilmore to Sholly Marsh. He have a lot of space and he run all the way in. You know, there was no one marking him. He had a lot of space to run. He found his time. You know, he took his time. He found the place there where he was going to place the shot, and he did just that. No chance for David Raya. And I'm not sure why Arteta have not started Aaron Ramsdale actually. You know, that is the thing that is actually happening in the real life as well, right? As you guys know, you know, this season, you know, Arteta is playing Raya more than Aaron Ramsdale, and he has been actually causing some problem. I heard, you know, there's been some rumor that Ramsdale is actually not happy with that. I'm not sure if that is true. That is what I've been hearing. If there's any Arsenal fan watching, do let me know in the comment. You know what is going on between this Raya and Ramsdale's issue in Arsenal. Wellman now playing it to Gilmore. Gilmore with the possession. Oh, he got past Odegaard and he took a shot. That was an amazing goal by him. You know what? You know when we started the season, right? Gilmore, as you guys know, I'm actually playing him basically, out from his role that he's normally played. I'm playing him as a segundo volante. But recently, right, he have actually started playing well. Look at this. He got past Odegaard and he took a shot from outside the penalty box. Raya could have done better, to be honest. He was in that possession, in that position to make the save, but he could not. He just could not save the shot. Fair play to, Billy Gilmore to make it 2-0. So the first half scoreline is going to be 2-0. If you look at this, we only had 2 shots on target and we have made sure that we scored from those 2 shots on target, which is really, really great, guys. So I'm going to tell the team that I'm happy. Yeah, I know, we are basically overperforming. This is the team that we should not be easily beating here, guys. So yeah, this is a very, very good performance by the team, and I really hope it will continue in the second half as well. Alright, guys, so nothing have actually happened since the start of the second half. It is the 65 minutes, and I need to make a few changes here. Solimash is playing well, but he's tired. I'm not sure, what is going on with Solimash, because he really do play well, for us, but he gets tired very fast. And I don't think I've actually played him, a single game where he actually play until the full time. I'm really not sure what's going on with him, but yeah, he gets tired very easily. When we look at this, Ansu Fati is also, on a 6.5. Should I take him off? You know what? Yeah, let's take off Ansu Fati for Pascal. Pascal actually just came back from, from a long-term injury. He have not played a single game for us yet, this season. As you guys know, he can actually play as an attacking midfielder, as an advanced playmaker, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he does. Can also play as a shadow striker actually. His finishing is really not that bad. Let's play him as a shadow striker then. Since we started playing with a shadow striker, right, things have actually started looking good for us. So I'm gonna do just that, and I should not be making a lot of changes. We are only leading by 2 goals, and this is Arsenal. If they find a way to, to score their first goal, right, and I think that will change the momentum to their side. So I don't want to take that risk. Now Pascal with the possession, passing it to Enkiso on the left hand side. He got past the defender, and now Pascal in the penalty box. He have Danny Welbeck waiting for him. He got a pass towards him, but I'm not sure why Danny Welbeck passed it back to him. He should have at least tried to take a shot there. I know he was marked by the defender there, but he could have at least tried, right? To find a space there and take a shot. And now Bonate, he lost the possession, but we won the corner. It was actually a good tackle by Ben White, to stop that attack. Now, Facundo Bonate taking that corner, trying to look for dunk in the inside. Okay, it actually dropped into Igor, and Igor, yeah, he just took a chance there. He took a header, easy save by Raya, and now the possession is with Arsenal, and the highlight just ended. All right, guys. So it's the 75 minutes. I'm gonna bring in Dahoud in for James Milner. Dahoud also, just came back, from an injury and all. I've been giving him some game time, just to get him back into his fitness. So hopefully, since we are already leading, this game by 2 goals, I think this is a good time to bring in him, to give him some game time. Hopefully, he can actually, you know, yeah, get some game fitness, up to a better position. Now, Pascal, oh, Gilmore tried to look for a pass to Bonate, but I think we might have won a penalty here against Arsenal. This is a better performance against them in the Carabao Cup. I know, in the Carabao Cup, we actually had more goals. There were 2 goals scored by us, 2 goals by Arsenal, and there was a freaking long penalty shootout that I had to sit through that ended up, we lost. Okay, now Gilmore have actually scored, not Bilgo. I was going to say Billy Gilmore, and I say Bilgo. Okay, so Billy Gilmore actually scored his second goal of this game, our third goal in this game by converting that penalty. All right, so 3-0 performance, 3-0, win against this Arsenal team, right? That will actually still keep us in the sixth position. I really thought we were going to be able to, climb up at least one position, in the league. But, that was a bus killer, seriously. I really thought we were going to be, leapfrogging any team there. But nonetheless, this is a very, very good performance against this Arsenal team. All right, so I'm going to tell the team that obviously, I'm very happy. This was a very good performance, and this was a win that I was not expecting against this Arsenal team. All right, so we are going to have a game against Rennes, in the Europa League group stage, which we are going to be playing in the second half of this episode. So do not go anywhere, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so it's going to be a fully rotated squad against Rennes here in the Europa League group stage match. It's going to be Vergruben in goal. Our 4 defenders is going to be Estupinan, Wenhack, Adam Webster, and Tariq Lamte. Okay, Baleba and Mohamed Dahoud will be playing alongside each other as a 2 defensive midfielder. Okay, Mitoma, Adam Lallana, and João Pedro will be behind Danny Welbeck as our striker up front. So by the way, guys, since the last episode, right, I've actually made some, changes to our tactics, and it looks like this. So by the way, if you guys remember, last time we used to play with a fairly narrow, attacking width. So right now we are playing with a fairly wide. I'm not playing with a too wide. I still want things to be compact. So we are playing with a fairly wide, wing position, which actually helps us to, to bring apart the opposition team's defense and everything, and also which is working really well for us. And last time in our passing directness, we used to play with a shorter passing directness. Right now it is slightly shorter, and we stop working the ball into the box. Okay, so in transition, everything is still the same. We are still distributing to the center back. We are still counter attacking when we win the possession, counter press when we lost the possession, same thing. And in terms of the defending, we have stopped trapping inside. So why did I actually change that? Because when we were trapping inside, right, it was actually creating a lot of pressure to our defense, and they were not defending well. So that's the reason why I stopped pressing inside, so that we can actually utilize our wing backs, our midfields, to actually help out the defensive line as well. And it's working quite well, as you guys have seen, against the game, our against Arsenal in our last game, right? Okay, so hopefully against Rennes here, our fully rotated squad will do the same thing. All right, it's going to be a free kick here. Estupinan trying to look for Danny Welbeck. It is intercepted and cleared by the defender, but we still have the possession. And now Baleba, he took a shot from outside the penalty box, but he just could not keep the shot on target. I'm really not sure why he did that. There was a lot of players in the penalty box. He should have tried to look for a pass, to be honest. Okay, now Danny Welbeck with the possession to Mitoma. Mitoma again, like I mentioned in the last episode, he's still not playing well, and Ansu Fati on the left hand side, he has been doing even better. And now Danny Welbeck have actually missed a header point blank from the goal. Oh my god, I should have just started Evan Ferguson, right? In this game. I really hope I'm not gonna regret, basically rotating the whole squad for this match against Rennes. It is gonna be a very, very important game, because if we can win against Rennes here, right now, okay, so that will actually, put about, I'm not sure about maybe 8 points, ahead of Ren and Panathinaikos, which is going to be great. Another two more games, and I think we will be able to qualify for the knockout playoff round, which is going to be great. Okay, so hopefully, we are going to get the win here today, and we will have a look at the table at the end of this game to see whether we do get qualified, to the knockout stage or not. And now Mitoma have actually gave us the lead here, which is really great, and it's going to be a good start. Hopefully this is going to open the floodgate in this game. Now Danny Welbeck got the pass to Mitoma. He got a lot of space for him to run. He got past the defender. He basically cut inside and he found the bottom of the net, the back of the net in this game here, which is great. And I think, with that, I think the first half is going to end. Oh, that's going to be another highlight. Now, the possession is with Tiate. Tiate for Ran there, taking his time, passing it to Wu. Wu, okay, also taking his time. I'm not sure why we are not pressuring them, as fast as we can there. We should be doing that as part as our, counter pressing that we play. I mean, the high pressing that we are playing. I'm not sure why our players are actually giving them more time with the possession. Now, Lamte, that was a good intercepted by him, and now the possession is with Webster. Webster to Carlos Baleba, playing it long to Mitoma on the left hand side. He has space for him to run there, but there's two players marking him there. He got past them. Can he get a good cross in? He got into the penalty box. What is he doing? And he scored an amazing solo goal for us there. I think he heard, that I'm telling that, Ansu Fati is actually playing better than him and all. And yeah, he's out there to prove me wrong. I'm really happy, with that performance. I really want this kind of competition in the team, where where it's hard for me to think who we should be starting, in each position, which is what I want. Healthy competition is going to be great for this. If you look at the match stat here, right, we are really, really controlling the game here today. Red have not created any single chance. Only one shot of target, no shot on target at all. With an XG of 0.08, which really bodes well for us. And hopefully, in the second half, we are going to continue. We'll be able to replicate the same performance that we have had in the first half here, and hopefully we can come back with a 3-point victory against them. Okay, it's going to be a throw in here. Tariq Lamte playing it to Adam Lalana. Tariq Lamte to Webster. Webster to Baleba. Baleba to Van Heck. Van Heck taking his time to Mitoma. Mitoma on the left hand side. Playing it through all the way back to Van Heck again. Now it's Tupinan on the left hand side. It is quite sad, that we don't have a backup, in the left back position, which is something that I'm going to be addressing in the January transfer window. If you guys remember, I've told, I just wanted to make this this save to be a little bit more challenging, because we have a very, very good transfer budget of about 90 million plus. So I could have just go and sign up a lot of good young players, players with a lot of potential, to create and to be backup, to our players here, strengthen our bench, which is I don't want. I've actually gave myself until the January transfer window to do that. So, but in the January transfer window, I will be looking to sign at least one left back, a starting right back, and a striker as well. I know, Evan Ferguson, he actually, at the start of the season, he was not performing really well. He's a very young player, but recently have actually played really well. He have about, 11 goal contribution, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to be bringing him right now, to play on. Okay, so hopefully when he comes on, he's going to be playing, he's going to be playing better. But Danny Welbeck is someone that I'm actually, looking to replace. Yeah, I know he have actually scored 3 goals, and today he have scored another one more goal against Rennes. But he is already aging. His physical have already started to drop. So I need someone who can actually comes in, and yeah, be a potential replacement for him for next season. Okay, so that is someone I want to bring in. Okay, now Pascal, I'm going to bring him on for Adam Lallana. Give him some game time and Jacob Morder. Okay, he if you guys don't know, right, he was actually out for. I think maybe Brighton's fan would know, but I've never heard of this guy before, to be honest. And he was out for 19 months with a major injury. I'm not sure what injury was it. Oh yeah, it was a damaged crucial ligament. So basically, he have actually torn his ligament, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So yeah, he was out for 19 months. So he is going to be starting. He's going to be coming off the bench here today, and hopefully, he won't get injured again. That's all I'm asking for, guys. Okay. So yeah, let's see if we can hold on to this clean sheet here today. If we can hold on to this clean sheet, which is going to be great. Because I've told you guys, we don't really keep a lot of clean sheet when we were doing when we were looking at the data hub just now, right? So a clean sheet against Arsenal and a clean sheet against Rennes. I was just talking about keeping a clean sheet against Rennes here. So a clean sheet against Arsenal is going to be really great today. Okay, because we are not keeping a clean sheet against Rennes here. Oh my god, what was that? We let them pass to a player in the penalty box and we just let him cut inside, gave him a lot of space for the shot there, and I really don't know what went wrong there. Seriously, they should have done better. Estupina, I'm gonna take him off. He's really tired. As I told you guys, we don't have a backup for him. We only have Igor, who can actually play on the left hand side, which is great. But Igor, I'm actually really looking to play him on the as a center back, which is quite good at. So yeah, that is the one of the reason why. Oh my god, you know what? Joe Pedro is tired, so I really need to take him off here. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring in Adringa for him. You know what, Joe Pedro, right? At the start of this season, right, he have actually had two separate injury. Is it two? No, three. He was out for 4 weeks. Then he came back. He played one or two more games, and then he got injured against Villarreal. Okay, and then he came back from there. He had a minor injury for 5 days. So this is a player, I know he's when we look at his attributes, the coach summary, he's not injury prone, but he have actually had three separate injuries from the start of the season only. And it's only the month of we are in the month of November, right? So it has only been 3 months since the season have actually started, and he have already accumulated, injuries. So he's tired. I need to take him off. I don't want to aggravate his injuries. Because he's a very good player with good potential and all. So I'm really looking to develop him, throughout the series as well. So I don't want, all these injuries to actually hinder his performance. Oh my god, Jacob Morder was so close to be scoring a goal there. Coming off, he was out for 19 months. That would have been an amazing return to, professional football if he would have scored a goal there, right? That could have been a good narrative, right? Now Evan Ferguson with the possession. He found Adringa in the penalty box. Can he score? That was a good save by Gallen. But the rebound dropped very, very fortunately to Evan Ferguson's feet. And he have made it 4-1, which is amazing, guys. I was not expecting, us to win against Arsenal. I was not expecting to have this good of a performance against Rennes. So you guys can actually see, the tactical changes that I've done, since the last episode is actually working. And it's doing really great against these good teams, especially against Arsenal in the first half of the episode, and I really hope that is going to continue because in the month of December, like I mentioned to you guys, we are going to have games against, Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea, and all these teams are not going to be easy for us to beat. And Adam Wester actually makes it 5-1 while I'm rambling away, against our team, regarding our team here. Okay, so this is one of the best episode of this series here. Two wins against two good teams. 8 goals scored, only 1 goal conceded. Amazing. I'm really happy. Okay, we might have a chance to make it 6-1 here. It's going to be a corner kick, and Pascal is going to be taking the corner. He tried to look for Van Hag in the near post, but we still have the possession here. Van Hag tried to look for a pass. He went through everyone. And Adringa got into the ball. First shot, saved by the keeper, but it actually dropped back to him. He headed it towards the goal, and it is 6-1. Let's look at the replay here. Okay, so they headed it clear. Van Hag got into the loose ball. He passed it. There were so many of the defender. I'm not sure what they did. Adringa. I'm not sure whether that was a block by the defender, by Clerk, or was it a save by Gallen. The rebounded back to him and he made it 6-1. Guys, look at this. We had five different goal scorers in this team. Two goals by Mitoma, proving me wrong, which I really, really happy about. Okay, I'm really happy about that. I really want, all of our players to be playing well and all, and I just want to have a lot of competition for our positions, in the team. All right. So with that, right, I think it's safe to say that we have qualified for the knockout stages because we are 7 points, in front of Panathinaikos here, and with only 2 games to go, right? Yeah, that's it. Yep. Okay, so I've confirmed it. Look at this. We have actually qualified for the knockout stages, which is going to be great. So I don't have to come back for our, two more, group stages match. And I think, right, for the next episode, I will either come back for at the end of January, which is going to be a game against Crystal Palace, or we are going to come back at the start of the month of February. Because as I told you guys, I will only start signing players in the January transfer window, so which I want to do that. And maybe if we come back, in the month of February, right, the January transfer window will be done, and we can talk about the players that I've actually signed to improve the squad. So, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.